Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Soraya and today I want to talk about what to do if your family and friends are not supportive of your twin flame journey. This can actually be a really sensitive subject because your twin flame means so much to you. Like, this is your ultimate lover. This is the person that you're having this extraordinary connection with. And to experience, family and friends not being supportive or not understanding what's happening for you, it can bring up a lot. It can be triggering, and it can also come with its own challenges. And so I kind of want to, address this and shine a light on it and look at what's really going on and how to navigate this experience. So I have in my own union this experience where my mom loves my twin flame like a son, loves him to death. But I did experience during the time that we were experiencing some separation where certain people in my life, family and friends, would kind of, ask me, like, are you okay? Are you sure that this is who you want to be with? It doesn't seem like he wants to be with you right now. And so they would be feeling some kind of way about it, worried about me even, and be bringing these things to my attention. And it was pretty triggering. There were some times where I was like, ooh, like that feels bad. That's challenging. That's uncomfortable that people around me are thinking this way or feeling this way. But anytime that you feel a trigger about the way that someone is feeling about your union, or something that someone says to you, or something that happens in your reality, you can heal it with the mirror exercise. So the first thing I want to tell you is heal your upsets. How do you feel when someone is feeling that kind of way about you or your union, your man, your woman? How do you feel having that experience in your reality with people that you care about? Chances are it's bringing up some kind of feelings. It could bring up fear. It could bring up insecurity. Maybe they are actually reflecting fears and doubts that you may have, and that could be triggering. And so you can do the mirror exercise to heal those upsets. The mirror exercise is linked beneath this video, and that is really the only thing that you need to heal any kind of upset that happens in your reality. That is the way to actually healing twin flame separation, is by healing your upsets with the mirror exercise. So, and that's what we do in coaching sessions. That's literally what I do to help people, is helping them with the mirror exercise, navigating that and healing. So, that's the first thing, is to heal your upsets about it. Okay. Once you feel peaceful, okay, so like take your minute, do love yourself. It could take more than a minute, but you know what I mean. Take your little break, process, and love yourself in the places where you're upset by what you're hearing or experiencing. When you're at a place of peace, but you still recognize that there's this dissonance in the relationship, the next thing you can really do is draw a boundary. You can let them know that this is something that you want, and it's okay if they don't understand it. But you know what you want, and you have looked at the options. If you feel this way, you can share it. This is how I personally felt when this was happening with me. And like, for instance, with my mother, when she was voicing concerns to me, like during that time when I was experiencing separation with my twin flame, I was like, I know that this is the right person for me. And I know that there's no one better. Like, there could not be anything better than, like, this is, there's no level, like, this is 100% compatibility. There is no one else for me. And I know that this work works because I've tested it, because I've, I have experience with this. And I need you to trust that I know what's best for my life. And she was like, it's okay that you're having this experience and this journey, and it's okay if I don't fully understand it. And that was really enough, was just to say, like, hey, I understand that this might look confusing to you, but for me, this isn't confusing at all. And another thing that I had heard was that there were people in my life who were concerned that I was doing all of this healing work to be with him. And so they were like, but what if it doesn't work out the way that you want it to? And in which case, for me, I do this healing work not just to be with my man, although that's nice to be with my man. I do this healing work also mainly, first and foremost, because it's changed my whole life in like just a handful of years, 6 years. It's changed my entire life, and the rewards are just incredible, just to heal your relationship with yourself, to grow in self-love, to grow in peace and strength and clarity and discipline and all the things associated with just healing yourself. And so that was also helpful, was for me to kind of explain to them like, hey, even if that never happened, which I know it will, because I trust this work completely, even if I never end up with this person, this is how I want to live my life. I want to heal. And this is the most effective healing modality that I've ever found. That's been my experience. And so that's what I said. So you can just communicate in a way that really has compassion for their experience, because they probably have never met their twin flame. They probably have no context for what you're experiencing. They're probably genuinely concerned. If they really love you, they're probably genuinely feeling some fear. And you didn't make them feel that fear. That's just fear that's coming up within them. And out of compassion, you can just kind of explain, hey, this is what my experience is, like, hey, like, based on my experience, this is what I want. And I'm happy with the choices I'm making in my life. And I recognize that you may not understand it, but, my take is always, you don't always have to understand what someone you love is going through, but there has to be respect there. That's the most important thing for a healthy relationship, is not that you understand everything in your mind, but that you respect the person that you love. And so yeah, that's kind of another thing that you can do to handle this. And when necessary, it is important to draw boundaries, because you deserve to be respected in your relationships. And if you've got people around you who are not supportive of the life that you want to lead for your own happiness and joy and growth, spiritually, energetically as a person, then that's not really somebody who's choosing to be very loving towards you. That's not a very loving choice, is for someone to be controlling, or someone to be really pushy, and someone to give you a hard time about your life choices. You can draw a boundary. Just let them know, hey, I appreciate that you feel this way, but I can't be spoken to that way, or like, I need you to respect that this is my choice. And, like, you can even have boundaries. Like I drew a boundary one time that no one can say anything negative about my twin flame to me. Like, I'm not going to listen to it. Like, they can have their opinion, but they're not going to have an audience with me if they're going to be talking negatively about my twin flame ever. It doesn't really come up much, but that's my deal. It's like, nobody talks bad about my man. Nobody. I don't care. That's like, no. So, everybody's entitled to their opinion, but I don't have to. I'm not doing that. So it's safe to have your boundaries. It's safe to have standards. And the most important standard that you'll ever have in any relationship is that it must be a loving relationship. The moment that you decide that and you create boundaries around what is loving, and you will not allow people to treat you poorly in any area of your life, right now we're talking about in regard to your twin flame journey, but in any area of life, when you make that decision, Jeff and Shalia have said before that when you draw a boundary, it's a spiritual law. And what that means is that you've literally decided what your experience will be in terms of relationships. And so when you decide that you will only have loving relationships and you will not have unhealthy relationships, relationships may reveal themselves to you. But when you decide that, then that's what you're gonna have. Imagine having only healthy relationships in your life. I am blessed. I have finally reached that point in my life where I look at all the people that are in my life, and they are genuinely loving human beings. I feel so loved and supported. I recently had a birthday, and I was able to connect with a few friends, like, over the phone. And I was just thinking about, like, I'm just so blessed. I feel so loved and supported in my life. And, even in this community, especially, just so loved and supported. This community with Twin Flames Universe, this work that, I'm a part of, that I'm sharing here, This community itself has changed my life, just to be around such loving people, people who so value truth and who are just so in their power and just so like they won't compromise when it comes to love. They will only choose love and heal whenever there's a block to that. So you can have healthy relationships, loving relationships, and you deserve that. And this doesn't mean go around and just, a lot of people think that like boundaries are like you're just cutting people out of your life right and left, but boundaries are actually a very relationship affirming thing. You draw boundaries when you want the relationship and you want it to be a long and healthy, happy relationship with that person. And so it's a very loving thing to sit down and draw a boundary. It's not like do this or else. If you've got that energy about it, you probably have an upset and you need to go to that first step that I was talking about and heal that with the mirror exercise so that you can feel better. But when you've healed through your upsets, you have a feeling of peace. And from that place of peace, you have everything that you need to handle that situation in a loving way. So yeah, you can decide to, really communicate, respect yourself, and really claim yourself and your desires. Don't let somebody talk you out of what you know in your heart to be true and what your experience has been, because not everybody knows their twin flame here on earth right now. It's not like every single person has had that experience. And so someone comes to you and they have an opinion about your experience and your choices based on your experience in your life. They're not really in a position to be able to speak on that. And so it's really safe for you to claim yourself. And I find that a lot of people on the twin flame journey just need a lot of validation that they're not crazy, because you're not crazy. You're on this journey. You're not crazy. I promise you. You're not crazy, and you're not alone. Please get involved in the community. Please get to know people who are on this journey. Twin Flames universe is incredible. I mean, like I said, the best relationships I've ever had in my life, the most healing relationships I've ever had in my life. As a matter of fact, I'm able to have healthy relationships all over my life now because I have this as a standard. It's been really eye-opening to me what it actually means to be in loving friendship and community. And so please don't try to do this alone. Like, please claim your support. There's so much. I mean, we've got Twin Flame Ascension School, we've got coaching, we've got the whole deal. But you are valid, your experience is valid, and it's okay if someone doesn't understand. I mean, I would be kind of surprised if they did understand, having never experienced it. The only people I've encountered who understood my journey were those who were on their own journey with it. So it's okay if they don't understand, and you can have compassion and communicate from that place of compassion. But, don't let anybody be telling you negative things about your life and your desires. Some people, all they want is a soulmate, but if you have heard the call and you want to be with your twin flame and you've met that person and you're like, whoa, like I want this, my God, honor yourself. Don't let anybody talk you out of that. Draw your boundaries and respect yourself. Heal your upsets so that you can feel peace here either way. And claim your desires. You're worthy of having your desires fulfilled. Never give up on your dreams, and haters gonna hate. At the end of the day, if all of that happens and someone's still like, I'm mad and I'm gonna project my fear and upset onto you, that's their deal, and you don't need to be on the receiving end of that. You deserve better. So that's all I have for this video. If this video was helpful, please do give it a thumbs up, and please do subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video.